Yep, okay, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming to the Conservation Board meeting of June 20th. The Conservation Board is an advisory committee to the planning board. Okay. Yeah, so we do not make decisions, we just provide comments and recommendations to the board so that they will decide what's the next step. Committee of 5, we have Andrew, Pat, myself, Keith, Tim, and Matt, and then we have a representation from the town. Today we have 3 projects to review, and you also mentioned that you're from Pony Pullman, and who you presenting? Collier Park. Collier Park. Okay. So if you want, you can say something with your project.
Just simple pole barn being built for storage. Mostly implements for tractor, and possible hay storage.
You can do any kind of mechanical thing inside there.
A lot of storage.
Hey, utilities,
200 amp service running there. Nothing on it.
the water.
What's on the site right now?
Nothing, just bare.
So is it grass or?
It's grass. Yep. There's a telephone pole. I have a.
I didn't think so.
Survey.
Oh, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it's.
Right now it's gonna be a very light amount of grading. It's mostly it really. It'll fit on the property line that I currently have, so I don't have to purchase the property. Next week.
It's just being mowed right now, you said?
Yeah, I'm just mowing it with the tractor and the lawn tractor. So, yep, and then the turnaround spot is gonna be the driveway. And I'm probably gonna eventually bury the electric line, because right now I've got a line going from the telephone pole to the house. It's pretty slow,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna run a service underground.
to the house and to the new barn, you mean?
Yep. And that's the 3D rendering of what's.
Oh, this is the bedroom, okay.
And then the square footage include the eave.
That's,
Let's see, the square footage include the awning that you have there.
yeah. Yeah, that's just a rough idea of what it's gonna look like. Right now, I'm still in the preliminary sketches of the actual architectural design. Not there yet.
Gonna be on a pad, concrete pad?
Yep, the center piece is gonna be on a 24 by 48 concrete pad. And then each side skirts. The awning side is gonna be pressure run 6 inches deep, and then pressure run on the other side also 6 inches. The 1 8-foot by 8-foot garage door is gonna be mostly implement storage. And then the tractor is gonna be underneath that awning with a half wall.
Can you go back to the map? So
Right now, it's pretty flat up there.
Yeah.
But I am gonna have to push where they pretty much said where I'm gonna put the dirt and where the topsoil is gonna go.
yeah, that's what I was wondering, that corner.
Yep.
Okay. So you're bringing that in? Or are you gonna
I'm
use
pushing
that
it out.
for your spoils?
Yeah.
Okay. There's no easements on here?
Easements should be on there.
No, I mean conservation easements?
No, everything's right now currently zoned agricultural also. So. Even the little tiny lot.
And you don't plan to put any vegetation, additional vegetation after the construction, right?
Grass seed. Yeah, my family owns the property around me, actually, I'm currently farming, I'll farm that too. Okay. So if you need sweet corn, it's right on that corner.
Yeah.
I don't have any other issues with it.
What are you doing for drainage? Special.
I'm gonna do the normal gutter runs, but I'm gonna point them towards. Where all the topsoil is gonna be pushed through. There's a. Runoff that goes underneath the road. Yeah, there's a culvert over there on that side that goes on my neighbor's property, right towards the bottom, actually of that hill, it doesn't pull up, and then it goes back through that culvert. On the other side, so mostly just. Drained up. Drained to where that was all ground, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Seems great. Yeah, straightforward to me.
Thank you very much. We have no concerns at this time. Just need to get some clarification so we know it's really thing. Welcome to stay. We have two of us review.
What are you going for the, or what's your dates of?
July 11th, it's the planning board date.
Oh, yes,
And then, are you looking to start this?
I can't do anything until planning board says to go ahead. Right now I'm in the middle of purchasing a builder. So that'll help a lot. Want to rent one out or anything like that. Plus I have projects around the farm.
So later this summer, fall.
Yeah, probably like. Cover August, hopefully.
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
So while we have you here, the second project to review the pilot park. As you. Looking to subdivide for the next 5 acres into 6 individual lots.
So Collier Park is is on the corner of County Road 9, Victor Egypt Road and Collier's Crossing. This is a 12.9 acre parcel. We're looking to, there's one existing home on the property. And we're looking to subdivide this into 6 parcels. Conservation easement as shown where the current vegetation is meets the 50% threshold. There are some minor wetlands we've already delineated and studied that will be avoided here. There's a small pond to the far right. Those wetlands are delineated there in yellow. There are some minor steep slopes up where the top drainage line is, but we are avoiding any of the steep slope areas and any mature, I don't know if it's old growth or what, but that will conserve all of that wooded area on the bottom of the screen. This is the subdivision and lot sizes widths are in line with the Collier's Crossing lots that continue on both sides of the road, starting from the left view here, going west. It's in keeping with the nature of the subdivision that's there. And these lots are actually deeper than lots in the rest of the neighborhood. So these I think that's most of the comments I would have for the conservation board. If there's any specific comments, I'm happy to try and answer them tonight or address them for the next meeting.
So in lot 1, we propose to the pool ban. We'll have what's the site preparation like? Is that just as open as the other lots? And you just the bond there?
We just had a few trees around the house removed as they were threatening the house, but that is a mix of young growth and some larger trees in that area. And where that is specifically is not, maybe there's 2 to 3 trees that will come down that are of significant size. The rest is scrub. That lot has not been, it was owned by a couple in their 90s. It's not been maintained for several years. So there's a lot of over, 6 to 8 foot tall scrub that's in there that we're cleaning out now.
Are you gonna be replacing any trees when you remove them?
Replacing the trees?
Yes.
Not, the intention at this time is not to replace any additional trees. There's significant tree coverage from, that's basically at the end of the driveway turnaround. From there, all the way down through where the wetlands are into the pond is a very thick area. So it is clearing out maybe the size of this table is 10 by 20, 20 by 20 area for that pole barn. The rest is covered by the driveway, sorry.
No, it's okay, I'm sorry. Are there trees on the existing, or excuse me, is there existing trees where the rest of the area, the rest of the homes are gonna be? So
Yes.
okay, so that all has to be cleared out. Is there any way you can say, keep any of those? Is there anything worth stating?
The intention is not to clear those lots entirely.
Oh, good.
But from a conservation standpoint, we focused on just making the conservation area as large as possible on this site.
Oh, I see, yeah, okay. Then another question is, so where the culvert comes across, does that go between, how's that handled, how's it gonna be handled?
The culvert will, I believe the house comes to west side of that culvert. And I'm not sure exactly where the driveway lines up across that culvert. That culvert runs down through into that wetland area. Coming across right now.
Right, so it's running underneath the road right now, and does it just kind of dump into that area right now? And so what's the plan going forward? Because I know there's gonna be a house on either side of where the culvert comes through. Is it just gonna dump into their lawn area then?
I believe,
Or is it, do you get piped down?
I'm not sure on whether that's daylighted right there or if the culvert continues. I haven't gotten into the site at that specific spot, so I can investigate that and see what that goes. I would presume that pipe would continue down along the driveway underground and then they light farther closer to the bottom area.
So the slopes, I know there was a piece in the packet there. How far up does that come compared to where you're saying where the conservation is?
If you go to the conservation easement,
I'm just wondering if you're protecting.
yeah, the steep slopes.
Yeah.
Is really this area right here. So there's some minor steep slopes. There's a swale that comes in here with a pipe from the neighboring property. But it's really these steep slopes are here and here, so there's no area where we develop.
It looks like there's some up there too. Up in the right. Upper
By
right.
the existing house?
Yeah, by the existing
Yeah.
house, that all tails away towards the road. However, there's nothing new developing there. And we would intend to keep, there's some large vegetation and trees in between both the house in Colliers and the house in County Road 9. The intention is that we did some selective clearing just to keep the large trees away from the house that are within 10 feet of the house. So we cleared those and really is a threat to the house. And everything else around that, I mean, there we kept as a. It's really, you almost can't see the house from the road.
Propose what the house will look like in each of the new lots. Are you building those as it says?
These would be for sale lots to bring in your own builder to this. So similar to Belltown Meadows that we did last year.
And then what do you gotta do for earth movement for those? These,
Any of that movement would either be spread on site to level that slightly or site access. I don't believe there's gonna be too much in the way of earth movement that's gonna really be needed from any of those sites, except for possibly the one farthest to the west.
Yeah, it's pretty flat. This first few lots.
Yeah, that
It
area,
goes up, doesn't it?
it does, but it really doesn't. It's very gradual
Yeah.
in this area. There's not a lot of gradient change from where the house is up to that last house.
So none of those will be walkouts or anything, they're all.
I don't, that's really the buyer that will come in with
Okay.
their own house plan.
Yeah, but there's not enough drop off to where it would.
I don't believe so, and the way it's going, it's coming down, I don't foresee a lot, yeah, it's really not a large gradient.
Sure.
Yeah, but not the way it's situated right now. So the one exception to that might be the one farthest to the west.
What easements are you thinking back
This would, I think there's 3 levels of easements. I want to say on Valentine, we did the middle tier easement. On that, we had a lot of larger trees and steep slopes that were back there. For this one, we haven't really made that decision yet, but from my recollection, likely be that middle easement level, and seems to balance everything pretty well between the desires of the town and desires of buyers.
What's the character back there? Is it pure forest or is it?
There are some mature forests. It's quite thick back in that section, so to be honest with you, I haven't suited up with everything yet to get quite back into that back corner. So.
Might be leveling up a lot.
So can we go back to the other drawing, the map that has the vegetation? It's that one. So this conceptual drawing has like 3 sets of trees around the existing home. Is that what's there now, or are you gonna clean it up so it looks like
We've
that?
taken, I wanna say 4 pine trees down that were very close to the house. So other than that, I think there's one to the Collier's side, at the top left of that house, right? That's been taken down. There was one to the top right of the house that was taken down, and then 2 along driveway, one of which was leaning over the driveway.
So
Ready
what
to
you were
go.
referencing earlier on.
Yes.
I thought the ones you were referencing were between the house and where the proposed barn is, but it was on both sides of the houses. Both sides of the
Yes,
house.
yes.
Going back to the easement, talking about the easement, who's your neighbor to the south on this property? What's that look like? Do those woods just continue?
No, that's clear cut field. There are woods in the front of the house, mostly dead ash, I believe. But there's probably, I want to say 60 to 80 feet between the County Road 9 and the clearing, but they have, I want to say that lot is likely. That lot's 6 to 7 acres, and that opens up to the low area there.
I think that's what I would see. There's vegetation. And are you proposing to do any work to the existing building there?
We're assessing the existing structure right now as to whether it's gonna be salvaged or scrapped. The house is 140 years old. It's been neglected for the last probably 15 years, so it's got a lot of challenges right now.
Will that assessment be completed before the final approval to the board? But that's gonna be after the fact.
That's gonna, I don't have a timeline on that.
So I'm just concerned that when you do, if you have to do full excavation, but then that's going to impact the foods at the same time.
For the existing house, the driveway comes in and provides pretty much ample room to turn around there, so I don't expect that it's gonna be significant. Foundational work. That would require much more clearing, might be a couple of trees, but. I don't think it'd be significant.
What's your timeframe?
Anticipating the approval process will likely take us through the end of the year, early next year. These lots would be for sale on approval for final site plan.
Builder?
We're talking to a couple of builders right now. Nobody's been selected for this. There is the majority of the lots for sale in the last several years in Victor have been with a predetermined builder. So this has been a niche that we've seen a lot of demand where people have a builder, have a plan, can't get a lot in Victor. So this is something that has been successful for our last project as well. Makes sense. Yeah.
Looks like it does, I'm just pulling up on Google Street, Google Maps. There's a decent amount of woodland there. That we want to probably consider saving. There's gonna be a decent amount of clearing up front there. So. I mean, I would suggest walking it at some point in the near future. Summer.
And that's a good point. And also you mentioned, they're gonna have lots for sale. So is your plan to go in and clear it right away? Or wait?
We're looking at that right now. It sort of depends on timing of this and where the market sits at that point. So I can see us doing some selective clearing and then but really the grading and the driveways may put the entrances in, but leave it to the final site plan for the house to be determined by the buyer.
Yeah, they may want to leave a lot of that, and others may not.
I support the sidewalk. And especially if. You're already thinking. I think most of the year.
Yeah.
I don't, but just with that. Have water.
So I think there's a significant amount of vegetation.
Yeah.
Probably justifiable, but it's just good to see that so that you can. There are some facilities.
Yeah, I forgot about the water. There's a lot of co-located features, unique features that probably merit this.
Depending on your time frame, maybe late summer, early fall kind of timeframe, you may be further along in your process and. Helpful for us too, I think.
Yeah, so when do you go before that? Planning board or?
I believe sketch plan is July 11th.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe sketch plan is in for July 11th. And then do the 3 meeting process so that the second meeting. I think we'll miss August, so the second meeting will be September.
Yeah.
Okay, so any questions?
I mean, I think I defer, as long as we do a site walk, I defer to the site walk.
So we would defer all our recommendations to after the site walk, when we can just validate information that we received. Wasn't to do a site walk sometime at the end of August, just before the next drop of to the planning board. I think what will happen is the office will contact you for your availability around that time, and then just get as convenient to you, and just propose it to that point in time. Great.
Thanks.
Do you have any questions for us?
Not at this time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. So like, right here, you're welcome to stay or.
I'll stick around.
Oh, yeah. I got dogs I can feed. All right, thank you guys. Have a good night.
Good night.
So we have one more project to review, which is the Boulevard. That one's seems relatively straightforward. It's a lot of vegetation to do, and it's just basically occupying an open space there. But a flat space, do you have any concerns?
I mean, flat, looks like it's mostly mowed right now anyways.
So that's-
No easements.
Makes it a lot easier when there's no easements. Yeah.
Yes. Because I think it seems to be fitting between where there were some trees, there didn't seem to be any kind of excavation at all. Still, yes.
So they're gonna put it to the left of that house, and so where's the road?
It's Valentine Town Road at one time. And Hidden Brook. Flip it over there. Here. Right side.
Where's the road?
You look over the porches. You
Oh,
can do it that way.
yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't have any issues or concerns with that one. It's straightforward.
Very flat.
Plus, I think with this one, the neighbors are elevated compared to them. So, yeah, the road is one that's below grade for them, and everything else is above them, so there's no risk to the neighbors.
I'm not for it.
All right, so we have no concerns for full ban requests. The next on the agenda is approval of minutes from June 6th. But I tried to do it.
Yeah, I reviewed them when they were sent out. I didn't have any issues.
I just had one comment, that my name was missing an R.
Oh.
Minor
Yes.
typo.
Yeah, it wasn't enough to create an email trail for that. But that's about it. That's fine.
With that edit.
With that edit, in
2 hours.
2 hours.
Let's go 2 hours.
Why so some in 1 hour?
Maybe throughout it.
If later on, I.
So down in the body of the document had 1 hour. Oh, down the bottom. The body of the edits. Lower down.
Oh, down below.
Yeah.
Obvious. Oh, yeah, no,
Good eyes.
yeah, that's good. Wow.
Conservation board.
Oh, he jumps on me all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so that being said, can I get a motion for
Okay.
H
I'll second that with the edit.
with edit?
With the edit.
With the edit.
With the extra. 3/4 way down the page.
Do I have a second? Oh,
I'll second it.
second. Okay, any all in favor?
Hi.
Any objection?
Put it in this motion for the minutes.
Motion,
Motion,
Andrew, sections, yeah. Yeah. You, David,
All five.
Have a good night.
5-0.
with the edit of
2 hours. in the
Extra
hours on page 1. No, it's actually like page. Page 2. It's
Page
incorrect.
two.
Deep in.
go ahead.
No, I make a motion, we adjourn.
Oh, what's it?
You know
what? What is that?
FYI, my last meeting,
Oh.
I
Congratulations.
switched mid-year.
Oh,
My guy didn't be following me,
Okay,
so you'll see that.
no, it's fast.
Thanks for your time. Your wisdom, your guidance, everything.
Enjoy it. It's great. You guys are, you really easy to work with. Keep up the good work. That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
Now you can do your motion.
No, I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm done.
Motion to adjourn.
A second.
Ah.
Yeah, all in favor?
Hi.
Any objections? It's not. Okay. Motion accepted to end the meeting at 7 AM, 7 PM. Thank you, gentlemen.
That quick.
Thank you.
Turn it to 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah.